Yo, the name's Second Heat. You know what grinds my gears? Weapons that take little to no skill. Let's get right to the commentary.
How does it feel now to watch it burn?
The MSMC, the PDW, AN-94, LMGs in general. These and many more weapons all have something in common. One, they're one of the most popular guns in all of Call of Duty, or Black Ops 2, if you want to put it that way. And secondly, the reason why they are one of the most popular is because they're one of the most easiest weapons to use. Weapons that take little to no skill. What up, all you gamers out there? The name's Second Heat, and we're bringing you another episode to the series of What Grinds My Gears. And as you can tell, it's weapons that take little to no skill. Now, I decided to bring you guys a commentary on over the gameplay with the MSMC. Why? Because it is one, it is one of my favorite SMGs, and two, it is one of the easiest guns I have to use to get me some gameplay. In this game of TDM, I go at least 30 plus kills and about 7 deaths. Now, the thing I hate about weapons that take little to no skill is that you see them almost every game. You see them in every game you go to. In almost every game I go to, I'll see nothing but these powerful and accurate SMGs. I'll see nothing but the long range, no recoil assault rifles like the AN-94. And then I'll be seeing people spraying and praying with weapons like the LSAT. These kind of weapons, oh, and by the way, nice triple C4 right there. But anyways, these weapons, like, a lot of them really, there's really nothing to it. It's really, like, there's nothing you have to do to get good with the gun. It's just there good already. Like, yes, there can be some more you can improve with. That's why there's still a somewhat skill gap in the game. But, like, right off the back, as soon as you start using the gun, you're already doing good. So, that's the thing that kind of pisses me off. Or not really pisses, but ticks me off a little. Is that there are a lot of these guns and a lot of these popular guns in the game that the reason why they're popular is because nobody really has to do anything on their own to do well with the gun. This is why a lot of times I kind of assume why a lot of the commentators and even the MOG people, they really love to use these kind of weapons when getting gameplay or when competing, because by itself, it's one of the best guns to use. And secondly, compared to the other guns, you don't have to do as much to work for it. And let me give you guys an example. One of the most hardest guns I've ever had to use in this game of Black Ops 2 is the 3-round burst guns of the SWAT and the Chicom. Now, some of you guys may argue that the 3-round burst guns are very accurately to use. Now, although that may be true at a point, um, the difficulty with this is due to the fact that it takes some skill. Yes, it actually does take skill to perfect the burst fire. And what I mean by this is what I heard from Drifter before, is that with 3-round burst guns, there's a certain delay, as you guys know. It's not just a simple hold down and it constantly fires, or just rapidly tap the finger and it's just gonna burst as long as you're tapping it. No, there's actually a slight delay, and many people have had the mistake of, not timing it perfectly to where now the bursting is a little more delayed than what it needs to be. That's mostly with the SWAT. And I know this because I was literally just trying to use it, trying to get a gameplay, and I did find myself having some difficulty despite its accuracy. Now, also with the 3 round burst, because it's a 3 round burst, that means that you need to be a lot more accurate than compared to fully automatic weapons. The reason for this is because, excuse me, is because with the slight delay in your burst, so much can happen. Excuse me again. So much can happen within those milliseconds. People have died within milliseconds of Call of Duty. Like a second of delay, that could be life or death. And that is something that is very skillful with these 3 round burst guns. With the Chicom, however, even though you can get off a whole bunch of burst fires in like a couple seconds, the high fire rate is so hard to control that it's one of the hardest SMGs to use in the game. Now, another thing that is very hard to use is shotguns. Now, this is very controversial because many people have gotten killed by shotguns many, many times. So they think that this is the most OP weapon in the entire game. And while that may seem kind of legit, at the same time, it is still hard to use. The reason for that is because it is so limited in its distance or range shots. Hey, mom. No, no, I'm not. I'm just wearing a jacket. Mom, may you please close the door? I'm not. I'm doing a YouTube thing. It's right here. I'll give it to you after I'm done. It's, it's not closed all the way. So that happened. Sorry, my mom just came in and she was asking me about well, one, why I was wearing a jacket, and she doesn't know she doesn't fully know about my YouTube thing. So yeah, kind of gotta stay non-shirtless while doing my YouTube stuff, because not many people want to see me shirtless. So I've been told. Anyways, going back into the topic of what grinds my gears, I was talking about the shotguns and how they're not as OP as people may think. The only reason why people find them OP is because of where they are getting killed. A lot of times people get killed, well, the only times people get killed by shotguns is by close range. And because of this, um, well, I guess because of this and how quickly you can get killed by a shotgun, people find the shotguns to be OP as heck. And that is not true. Shotguns are not actually OP. They take skill to be used. Excuse me. Shotguns are made to rush. Shotguns, if you're not rushing with a shotgun, you're gonna die. If the dude is not within a couple feet from you, you're not gonna get the kill. Okay? If the enemy you're trying to kill is not within that distance, you're gonna die majority of the time. Unless you're using a KSG, which is balanced out because it uses slug rounds, and although that may have a longer range, it's still very hard to get kills because it's just like the sniper rifle to where you have only one shot to try to get that kill. And if you miss that shot, then you're pretty much dead. And speaking of the snipers, and I really want to do this on my next episode for what grinds my gears, so I'm just going to give a brief summary. Snipers are not OP. Quickscoping is not OP. The reason why people think that is OP is because it is one of the like most common Call of Duty techniques used nowadays. Well, for the past couple years, people have been quick scoping ever since COD 2. So there shouldn't really be a surprise that people are so well skilled at quickscoping nowadays. Because COD 2 was like, holy crap, that's probably like like almost a decade ago. I don't even know what COD number we're on now, but that was like almost a decade ago. So people who have been quickscoping for that long, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be skilled. And even for those who haven't been quickscoping till COD 2, maybe people have been like for COD 4, maybe like me, Modern Warfare 2, maybe even like early Black Ops 2 times. Quickscoping does take skill. People do not just simply automatically hit quad feeds and trick shots the moment they pick up a sniper. No, quickscoping does take skill. Quickscoping is something that takes time to get used to. Stuff like that is not OP. Stuff like that actually does take skill to use, unlike a lot of these common guns that you see people running around with every day. So that's been everything on what grinds my gears. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you did, please leave a like. Please tell me what grinds your gears. Sorry, I'm feeling my throat is hurting a little. Oh, by the way, you guys are wondering about Grad Bash. Grad Bash went perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of it. I'll go further into detail and tomorrow. And yes, until next time, this has been your boy Second Heat, and I'm out. Peace.